All right, so hello again. Ding dong, bing bong, King Kong. Get that out of the way. It's been a while since I've done this. Procrastinating again. It's about I signed up for an open mic. I'm on the slot for tonight, the second on. I do believe. Up until now, I'm extremely nervous right now. This is where what has been stopping me before from getting on stage. That yeah, like it's just me here right now, and I have the shakes. My heart's racing. Um, I'm prepared. I do believe I'm prepared. I've been kind of studying all week, rehearsing all week, so I don't know what kind of holds me back. I don't think I'm going to forget. The good thing is with comedy, with stand-up comedy, is one of the only professions where you can take cheat cards, which is great too. But anyway, I don't know. I'm trying not to think too much about it. So it's I don't want to try to get too much into that. I just want to try to focus on the show tonight and hope that I don't back down and fucking make an excuse. So anyway, since I've been recorded last, it's been a long time. Um, Again, just put it off for whatever reasons. But tonight's the night. I booked it last week. Been preparing myself all week. Doing some writing, having my cards in my hands, just getting ready. My girlfriend, my wife, and I were there a couple weeks ago just to watch the other comics to the venue that we're going to. It's not a very big venue, and I think the time we were there was only maybe half a dozen, maybe a dozen people besides the other comedians there. So I don't know what makes me so nervous. I do believe my material is funny. I've changed it up again quite a bit since my very first video and up until now. Anyway, I don't want to psych myself off getting off stage. So this is what I've done in the meantime. So like I said, started with a bunch, narrowing it down, and getting to what do I get on stage. So this is what I have left. Actually, I have 3 left. So about probably 4 weeks ago when I really started focusing on this again, wrote everything down from start to finish, and then condensed it a little bit more. I got it down to 3 pages, I think, a couple of days ago. So that's what I do. It may start with a big long bit, so then I get more accustomed to it and used to it. Then I shorten it down. Then hopefully by the time that I get on stage, that I just have a cue card with prompts of words or the start of sentences, which I'll read that out in a second. So yeah. Anyway, I don't think we have 5 to 7 minutes on stage. I'm not going to get through everything. I don't think I will. I've been trying to kind of time it too, but again, that hasn't been going so well. What's weird for me, I can rehearse in my head all the time, all day long. But when I do it out loud, it's just, I don't know. Even by myself, even in front of a mirror, it just seems different. Maybe that's what makes me really nervous is, honestly, by the time that I get on stage, when I get on stage tonight, I have not verbally out loud went through my skits. Everything in my head 1,000 times, but that's when I get nervous is when I do it out loud. So we'll hope for the best, I guess. Fuck it. I just got to tell myself, fuck it. Just go do it. Like I said, it's funny stuff. I just got to get into more of the storytelling, think of the punchline. Anyway, so I'm going to work on that over the next few hours. I hope this is the last video before I get up on stage. I hope I don't chicken out. I hope I don't make any more excuses. So anyway, enough of that. Let's start being funny and think of the road ahead for the next. So I've narrowed it down to this card. So I'm just going to kind of go through, and I think this is the card that I'll take with me up on stage tonight. I'll probably do a little more of adding a few keywords and whatnot like that. Actually, you know what? I might even take this. I don't. Again, the good thing about comedy and amateur comedy, bring whatever the fuck you want up on stage, right? At least we're getting up. Anyway, I'm just going to go through and wing it. If it's not funny, whatever, I'm going to have fun with it too. So this is what I'm going to. So guys, my cue card for tonight. Like I said, I'm down there, second on stage. I've seen a few of the other comedians before, and they are great amateur comedians, which kind of sucks for me because if I suck and they're good anyway. So I think you've seen, and another thing, I didn't go back and look at the old videos, which I anticipated, or which I planned on doing too, but I didn't do that. Procrastination, that's just the way I am, whatever. So tonight I've narrowed it down. I did take some more out because again we only have 5 to 7 minutes, and when you really time it down, it's not that long. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 6, maybe 7-ish topics. So that doesn't give me a lot of time on them. So some you need to explain more, some you don't. Anyway, this is what I have written down. This is my cue when I get on stage. My first little bit, I got that pretty solid in my head, but the rest of them, I just have cues of whether I need, like I said, a word or a full sentence. So, homeless man, phone, entrepreneur. That's what I'm starting with. Next, I'm going into COVID's been treating me well, robbed. That's all the cues that I have for this, and that's hopefully going to trigger me to go into the story or to go into the bit of the COVID robbing the 3 places. Next one, I have kind of a full sentence, so obviously I didn't prepare for this one as much, but the full sentence makes me hopefully roll into it a little bit easier. Been catching up on a lot of TV shows with the kids, old TV shows with the kids since this pandemic started. Friends, pelvic thrust. Remember, kid, smelly cat. That's that. How many parents do we have here tonight? Wife and I are at a crossroads in our relationship. Vasectomy. Do believe I should have went back and watched the old videos. I know I said from the very first video that it may change totally by the end, and it could have. I don't even know what I started with. But I think this is in there. Vasectomy, taking the samples back. You'll hear it a little bit later in the next video. Next one, all I have written here to prompt me is stupid fact. Reputable magazine, 35% shark attacks. How and why? Bored man on beach, kids bullying. May not make sense now, but that's what's going to take to prompt me to go into that bit. Or I hope it's going to take to prompt me. Next one. Here's another stupid fact I found out while watching reruns during COVID. Flintstones. Okay, that's all I have to prompt me for that one. And then the last one. I call bullshit on about 90% of adults who claim to be always busy and must have ADHD. Shower, clean toilet. That will prompt me to get into that. Unfortunately, I thought my son was here and we're getting into the horse cocks. Okay. Not really appropriate. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have time to bring up the horsecock story or the mini horsecock story, which is good because I really didn't know how to introduce that, but that might be a whole show itself because I think the more I think about it, I think it's funny. So there's very slim chance that I'm going to get into that, and you know what? I didn't rehearse that at all. That might make me more at ease if maybe I rehearse too much or read too much and psych myself out, but sometimes the story is the punchline, or it's not just that key word or the key punchline, right? And I think that might be one of those things. If I can get on stage, or maybe the next time I get on stage, or devote maybe 4 or 5 minutes to that story in itself and add to it and whatnot. All right, well, like I said, I'm going to try to rehearse a little bit more and try not to overthink it, but I'm nervous. Like, I'm really nervous, and the more I think about it, like I said, I can feel my heart pounding out my chest. I'm not sure if I've told you before. I haven't been up on stage a lot, but I've had the dry heaves before I got on stage. I only didn't puke because I didn't have anything in my mouth, my stomach. I fainted before I got on stage. I shake. I get the sweats. It's like the first time having sex, I guess. Anyway, I probably make more of a bigger deal out of it than it is. So I'm just going to push myself. The first video that I had, in the background, I had 2 great big white bristle board. And one of them said, fuck them if you don't think they're funny. And the other one said, be yourself. So I'm going to do that tonight, right? We'll have a good time. So, all right. Yes. Hopefully the last video, hopefully get up on stage. Going to push myself to do it. I think I'm funny. You tell me. Thanks, guys.